Pardon? I got extra chairs.
I was given a present today. And then I literally just wrapped it. 2 pins and a belt. Well, I'm sweaty, so I'm still very warm in it. But when I cool down, it'll be beautiful. Hi, everyone. How you doing? You want me to just walk? Just say hello to the Barony?
It's actually
Hello. Make a little gif of it. Say side before things really get me. I'm not that person.
Remain ye upstanding to the first barony of Aethelmearc. From the debatable lands comes forth Baronessa Violetta et Praetoria Prima, proud warriors under the comet banner.
Yes, sir. I have this honor and this privilege to present Nesha bint Salim, Baroness of all that is kind and joyful, and of all that is also kind, Baron Andrew McDonald.
War is coming, and the Hales dragons dance before their excellencies of the Rhetoric Hales, Baron Magnus and Baroness Thalia. Defenders of the southern borders of Aethelmearc, the keepers of the black stones that fuel the Sylvan war machine, make way! Jean-Philippe de la Barbe-Rousse et Catherine de Troyes, Baron and Baroness of St. Swithin's Bog.
Please, seek your comfort.
Here continues the court of their majesties, Murdoch and Briona.
First of all, we want to thank all of you for coming. As a one heck of a weekend. It's a lot of fun. Really appreciate all of your efforts. What we want to start with today, as I'm sure we all know by now, this week we lost a legend. We lost a titan. We lost a paragon. And if you would join us in a moment of silence for Jahan Aethelmearc. Thank you. For everyone who knew him, for everyone who heard about him, share the stories. He was the best of us. He helped to keep this dream alive for us. And we do him justice, and we do him honor by continuing that dream. Please join us in this. Thank you.
To the memory of Count Johann de la March, Resquiacat in Pace. Their Majesties would be attended by all children here in attendance.
Well, hi.
I see some shields here.
That's all right.
We saw many of you painting shields at the family activities tent earlier today. Did you have fun doing that? Yeah. Did you do anything else fun?
Yeah, we got to have like a fight. Where we had
A kids battle?
yeah, we had to like throw things and like shoot an arrow.
Whoa.
And we even got to keep the arrows and bows.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice time?
On that field, right?
Yes. Well, some of you have been here before, I'm sure, and you know how this works. We have a treasure chest. Everyone can go through and we have some good stuff in there. Take a look. Everyone gets something out of there. All I ask, you know the rules, the littlest among you gets to pick first. Everybody hear that? Everyone okay with that? Do you see Elena in the back right there waving at you? She has a treasure chest. Go get her.
For the exuberance of our youth. Viva! Their Majesties would invite forward any newcomers who are attending their first event or royal court this day.
There's lots of you I know I was in the scrolls. Come on. Hurry up, Pop.
We have some more coming.
So one of the traditions in our kingdom is to share with folks who will see the first time with us cups, exotics for our artisans. And we do have them. Okay, there we are.
So, as a welcome, and hopefully you'll come back and share a drink, anything with us, some water on the field, whatever. Please, take a look. Pick one.
Kind of a mystery box today.
Please. There we go. We hope to see you again. Hope you had a good time. Hope it won't be the last time we see you. He's going on a world or something, yes.
For our newcomers, as they start their journey through the society. Upon the field earlier today, Their Majesties selected the youth champions. Would Walter, Jagged, Ragnar, and Arnbjorn come forward?
There he is. we had the absolute pleasure of watching you all fight today. It was an absolute blast, and we really appreciated the effort. We had 3 divisions.
All right.
The winner of Division 1, Walter.
Winner of Division 2, Jagged.
Winner of Division 3, Ragnar. And the new youth fighting champion of Aethelmearc, Arnbjorn.
Fierce fighters come in all shapes and sizes. Today, we, King Murdoch and Queen Riona, would recognize the comrade prowess of Walter, winner of the Division 1 Youth Heavy Tournament,
Of Jagged, winner of the Division 2 Youth Heavy Tournament.
Of Ragnar, winner of the Division 3 Youth Heavy Tournament.
done this 15th day of May, AS59 at Aethelmearc War Practice.
So Walter's scroll was the very, very first scroll made by Rogry MacPhailin Connell, who was 12 years old.
That is for you.
Ragnar's is by Catherine of Caithness. And then for Arnbjorn.
Rejoice! Our future is secure. The mightiest oak begins with the humble acorn. The crown finalists of tomorrow are even now learning their trade. And yet we catch glimpses of future acclaim on the youth field today. For their victory on the field today would be Murdoch and Riona, king and queen of Sylvan Aethelmearc, and Arnbjorn, our youth champion. Done this 18th day of May, AS59 at War Practice in the Shire of Stelzenwald.
The scroll is by Master Caleb Reynolds.
It was an absolute joy to see you all on the field. Thank you so much for your efforts and congratulations on your wins.
For Walter, Jagged, Ragnar, and our new champion, Arnbjorn. Their Majesties invite the Honorable Fool Dagonel to join them in court. Yes.
You had some business.
Yes, I did, Your Majesty. Good gentles, I am the Honorable Fool Dagonel the Juggler. It has been my privilege and honor to be the recipient of the Scarlet Apron. However, all reigns must come to an end, and today we had a competition to choose my successor. The category was period sweets. All of the entries were wonderful. I've gained 5 pounds. However, in the end, there can only be one. And so the winning concoction was Malpua, India's oldest sweet, as first described in the Rig Veda collection of the Vedic hymns, 1500 BC. I would ask Lady Tara Bay to please come forward and take some memories.
That is a big old apron.
Yes.
It seems complicated.
I
I would like to try that. Yes, that sounds good.
Okay, around 200
Go ahead, you guys.
spices. I think we started on
Okay.
the
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
For the newest recipient of the Scarlet Apron, Viva! 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 And there are celebrations back. I would ask the other entrants to meet me in the back of the hall if they want to discuss scores. Thank you.
For all those who participated in the Scarlet Apron, Viva!
Viva! Viva!
Their Majesties wish to announce that earlier today, Viscount Sir Edmund Dragatur was issued a writ to contemplate induction into the Order of the Pelican. Also on the field today, Fujina no no Tagago was made a companion of the Golden Ulls. Their Majesties at this time wish to be attended by Mistress Elska Carefully.
I'm about to see you before. We are completing the business we had earlier today. We had our Kingdom Archery Championship today, and guess who won?
It came down to the final seconds of the shoot. It was a nail biter, and it was fantastic.
I've never been to an edge of your seat nail bite archery competition. It was a unique experience. It was excellent. But we did it still.
True and straight fly the arrows of a champion at Aethelmearc war practice on the 18th day of May, Anno Societatis 59. Dewey, Murdoch, and Riona, King and Queen of Aethelmearc, named the noble Elska Fiarfeli, our archery champion, to serve us throughout our reign and represent our beloved archery community.
Scroll is by Mistress Ariana Withrow.
Lynched by Eleanor Walden.
Okay.
Thank you so much for contributing. Thank you for taking on the role as our champion. Congratulations. Now, oh, please, yes, absolutely. There's stuff to do.
For Mistress Elska, archery champion. Their Majesties at this time seek Spartacus Suetonius Saturnalicus.
Or maybe another time.
Their Majesties then would speak with Oyama Ichiharu.
pointing. I'm alerting you all.
Level.
Covered in cereal.
The rest of it won't be.
So we understand that you have grabbed onto the SCA and just dived in, right? Maybe in the last year or so, and you have done persona research, and I mean, you found what we've all found. This is an amazing hobby. And word of that has come to us. And we would like to bring you in even more to this hobby.
We welcome new people to our glorious kingdom of Aethelmearc all the time and try to make them comfortable. And it pleases us when those new people do the same for others. We have seen the zest and enthusiasm that Oyama Michiharu brings to all that he explores, from his study of the ways of rapier to delving into Japanese history to develop his persona. His thirst for knowledge and understanding show his commitment. Whether it is traveling great distances to attend events and support his lady of the kingdom, setting up, moving items around sites, and cleanup, he is cheerful and joyful in all that he does. It is only fitting that we, Murdoch and Riona, King and Queen of Aethelmearc, do award unto him the right to bear arms. On this 18th day of May, Anasatiaton is 59, at war practice in the Shire of Seldenwall. Wordsmithing by Trigon Gunan, illumination by Jinx.
That was upside down.
It's beautiful upside down.
Aethelmearc, Lord Michiharu.
Their Majesties would next be attended by Saeed Matthias Ilupo Corsi.
So, the word tavern host has been bandied about.
And also magical environments. And while we have not seen it yet for ourselves, we have heard wondrous tales of the hospitality that you set up and offer to musicians, performers, and, you know,
Everything. And that is a great thing. That is, and it deserves recognition. And there is a certain, what do we have for that sort of thing? Oh, that was, you like that? Right.
There are tales of a mythical tavern that appears where it is needed most on a mission to go where no tavern has gone before. This tavern is truly a magical place where good company, stories, music, laughter, friendships, and refreshment exist far beyond the capacity of its roof. The innkeeper, who captains it as host of the highest merits, his generosity and goodwill are famed. He serves passing adventurers and those who merely need a place to find solace. He tirelessly and willingly tends to Tenric Misafiri from his enchanted Ibrid, this wonderful dark and hot liquid flow. As it is wildly known in Aethelmearc, Turkish coffee is the elixir of the thought that reconstitutes the soul, inspires the artist, fuels the warrior, and enriches life itself. It is said that his coffee is some of the best. He is Matthias de Lupo Corsi. Do you know him? If so, count your blessing for knowing the joy of his cherry or the cornerstone of society. He makes us a better place. For these reasons do we Murdoch Bane and King and Rhiannon Rose, Queen of Aethelmearc, do induct him into the most awesome and excellent Order of the Howling Wolf. This 18th day of May, AS 59, at Aethelmearc's war practice held in the Shire of Stelpenwald. Scrolled by Lady Murdia Drusilla Vetiaportia, voiced by Maestro Filippo, welcome to the Order of the Santo Martino, or Howling Wolf of Aethelmearc.
For Saeed Matthias Filippo Corsi, newest companion of the Howling's Wolf.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties would next be attended by Lord Daniel of Blackthorn.
Well, near and dear to my heart, sword, polearm, on the field, smiles on your face, enjoying your heart. But on your record, love your prowess, love your ability, love your joy, love your skill on the field.
In peace, nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger, stiffens the sinew, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. Upon both the tourney list and throughout the field of battle, whether close amongst his foes with sword and shield, or at the end of a polearm, or even at great distances as a combat archer, Lord Daniel has become a consistent thorn in the plan of his opponents. As fierce as the charging boar, as strong as the mighty oak, such ability deserves both celebration and also a warning to those who would pit themselves against him. And thus would we, Murdoch and Riona, first of those names, monarchs of Sylvan Aethelmearc, command that from this 24th day of May, AS 59, that Daniel of Blackthorn be inducted, and be even more conspicuously a member of our Order of the Golden Oaks, enacted by our royal decree at Aethelmearc war practice within the Shire of Stelpenwald, text by some guy in a hat upon a quote from the Bard of Stratford-on-Avon.
For Lord Daniel of Blackthorn, newest companion of the Golden Oaks.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Her Majesties will be attended by Lord Robert of Kingsbridge.
Hello. Trick question. So, warrior. You have it's a long, troubled, fun, painful path.
eventually betray him. Having proved yourself this day in glorious and terrible combat, when swords are crossed, 'tis always the same. One blow and no reward. Respondeth the queen, aside. I cannot but favor the madness that puts a sword into his hand, but also I can love the gentle spirit that moves him. Far more seasoned rascals than you have polished their souls. I advise you, get out the wax. Better to be rubbed clean than rubbed out. Announceth the herald. For years of learning and prowess on the field of battle, the crown would command that he sally forth into the world in search of adventures, to mount a crusade, to raise up the weak and those in need. No longer will he be plain Lord Robert, but a dauntless member of our Order of the Golden Oath. To thy sword and courage into thy soul. Let these events be proof to thee. Nobility triumphs. Virtue will always prevail. Done by our hand, Murdoch and Fiona, Rex and Regina of Sylvan Aethelmearc, this 18th day of May, Anno Societatis 59, at Aethelmearc War Practice within the Shire of Seltenwoe. He's not dead yet. Sanctus Sanctum Domine. Pressed by some guy.
Oh, I was holding it the wrong way. It was a very talented voice for a moment there. Well, the case was sideways as well.
For Lord Robert of Kingsbridge, newest companion of the Golden Oaths.
Vivas! Vivas! Vivas!
Their Majesties would be attended at this time by Lady Diana Clare Chandler. Their Majesties instead would be attended by Lady Colfina LeBlanc. Right. In that case, Their Majesties wish to be closely attended by Sir Joel de Grace. You know he's
There he is.
Uh-oh!
We have nothing to fear the knights in our kingdom.
So we met formally a few weeks ago, and through course of conversation, you mentioned an art that you pursue. You are, I'm assuming, wearing an art that you pursue. Your chainmail has been lauded to us, and we've seen it, and we are impressed. And particularly in those who choose combat arts, we find it refreshing and inspirational when they also do other things. And we want to make sure that that appreciation is expressed. And we're working on finding the score.
It has totally been that kind of a day, folks.
Now voting.
He's in Paris. He's in Paris. He's in Paris.
But you know what? We actually have you up here for two reasons. First one, so we're gonna pause on the first one, and on the second one, I'm going to express my appreciation were not at Blackstone, we kind of had a perfect storm of events. And I didn't find out until later, because Sir Joel was my shadow. He was right there pretty much the entire day and acting as my guard. And where I would get a little worried and think, are you okay? Is this really okay? He made it seem like it was exactly where he wanted it needed to be. And I appreciate that so much. And I'm just going to keep talking until we sort out what we're actually trying to find here. So I regret that I was not in the state of mind to be able to do this in the moment, but I could not let more time pass. I would like to give you this golden carbuncle as recognition of appreciation for what you did that day and what I know you just do all the time. So thank you. And I think we're into the next part. The other reason you're here.
Here's the first reason.
Pray, attend to the words of the crown of Aethelmearc. Salutations to all unto whom these present letters, from Murdoch and Riona, most beloved monarchs of these sylvan lands. Forasmuch as we our special praise in consideration of the true and faithful service which Joel the Great has done unto our kingdom, of which the making of mail and the teaching of the skills of its making is only part of why we have taken action. Know you all that we have affirmed and awarded unto him a place within our noble order of the Sycamore, where he and his skills shall thrive and prosper. We further give him leave to wear the badge of the order as he sees fit for one of his station, and further give unto him all said rights and duties of the order, and demand that the order receive and admit him without delay. And these our letters shall be his warrant, given by our hand and war practice, Anno Societatis 59.
The scroll is by Caleb Reynolds. For Sir Joel the Great, newest companion of the Order of the Sycamore and recipient of a golden escarbuncle. Their Majesties wish to speak with the Honorable Lady Aniela Jacobi.
So we also met briefly a few weeks ago at Blackstone as you were part of a competition. And one of the things that I observed with this stressful situation, right? About 24 hours to complete a task. And every time you were gracious and you were kind and you were just like you would not have known the intense pressure you were under. So it was no surprise to receive some recommendations about your face, about your kindness, and it was simple. A simple decision.
Dearest, gentle kingdom, many speak of prowess, of knowledge, of service. And while each of these are essential to our beloved society, each of these may oft be a solitary path, yet of more than a single tree in our sylvan Aethelmearc composed. We draw our strength from the many, and what better way to celebrate those who, by their actions and example, by their very grace and kindness, enthusiasm and delight, inspire others to work together with kindness and joy, embodying courtliness and companionship. thou better knowest the offices of the nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. It is our own laughter and exuberance that we, Murdoch, valorous king, and Riona, beauteous queen, first of those names, induct Agnella Jacopi into our Order of the Cornelian. On this 18th day of May, AS 59, at war practice within the Shire of Steltenwald. Scroll by Masterin Amelie Reinhardt. Scroll inspired by Olus Magnus, 1490-1557, on lunar halos, and more about the reflections of the sun. Words by some guy in a hat, upon a quote from the immortal bard of Avon.
For the Honorable Lady Agnella, newest companion of the Order of the Cornelian. Their Majesties invite Baroness Thalia Papillon to come from over there to over here.
That kind of a day. You're somebody with many, many interests, many, many talents, many, many inspiring moments in our kingdom. No more so than on the archery field. Your skill, your teaching, your enthusiasm, and the joy you bring puts you in the right place, and it's with
Their Majesties would be attended by the members of the Noble Order of the Scarlet Guard.
Can you hear the thud in that target? If you can, it was probably from Thalia Papillon's bow. As she has been improving for some time, she displays exemplary skill and leadership in the archery community, barony, and kingdom-wide. Let it be known that we Murdoch, Sylvan Queen, and Rihanna, fair Queen of Aethelmearc, have been informed of this and are so pleased to induct her into our noble Order of the Scarlet Guard, granting unto her arms, her pale, or in argent, a butterfly, and on a chief's sword, 3 comedy masks, each per pale, argent, and or. Done this 18th day of May, AS 59, at war practice. Calligraphy and illumination done by Baroness Catherine Kiersey. And based on the illumination manuscript.
You're hoping this will be a pretty sure.
For her Excellency Thalia, newest companion of the Noble Order of the Scarlet Guard. Their Majesties hope to be attended by Lord Dalibor Vilchemovson.
Well, believe it or not, we've tried to catch you a few times. But it worked out that this weekend he couldn't seem to get away from you.
Sorry.
No, not at all. Not at all. Very, very good. Very good. You have a singular ability, it seems. Shared by a few, envied by many. Your aim, your accessing, your chosen. The people want you.
Their Majesties would be attended by those members of the Noble Order of the White Horn here present.
We owe you a school. There is a school. They just didn't come with us.
It's in a different state right now. And that's I really dislike the wrong. It happened. Today it happened to Chichi. I'm very, very sorry. So we're going to say, Elmore, rah, rah, rah. There's a scroll coming for you. Hooray, hooray. Hurrah, hurrah. There we go. See, I couldn't make it wrong. Ready?
Dalibor, Dalibor, rah, rah, rah. There's a scroll coming for you. Hurrah, hurrah,
Why don't you go ahead and greet your order before this goes any further? Second verse, same as the first. Back in the book.
For the Honorable Lord Dalibor, newest companion of the Noble Order of the White Horn. Their Majesties invite before them the Honorable Lord Casimir, Selenius, and Strauss-Scala.
Your Majesties, Highnesses, assembled excellencies, and noble populace, a gentle approaches you, who himself has been approached many, many times in celebration, joy, mirth, and merriment. This gentle is renowned for his brewing and his research, and running the best damn bar A.E. Royal has seen. I am honored to present to you your current A&S champion, His Lordship Casimir Zeleni's Strauss-Scala.
Last night, you returned your apprentice belt. You sat vigil and spoke to many. I'm sure you were rewarded / accosted with many pieces of advice in your contemplation to join the Order of the World. So the question lies before you. Do you wish to proceed and join that order?
That's the right answer. That's the correct answer. And when we spoke last night, we kind of had a timeline, and we're in that moment. So, are you ready for this?
No.
Your Majesties, would you hear testimony?
We would.
Is there a representative of the Order of the Howling Wolf to speak for this gentle?
Your Majesties, I have been given that privilege. I am Matic Arundel. I am a Laurel. I am a Pelican. I am a Baron of this court. And by the grace of Gareth and Juliana, 5th companion of Howling's Wolf. Now, for those of you who know what Howling's Wolf is, you would expect me to talk about merriment. You would expect me to talk about bartending, about spreading joy through the consumption of alcohol, about making people feel good at parties. I'm not going to talk about that because it's just too obvious. What I'm going to talk about is what someone convinced me just 3 short months ago was the greatest of the chivalric virtues, and that is franchise. This is a bottle of Krupnik. I bought this bottle in Warsaw, Poland in 1984 for 25 cents. In 1984, here's what I can tell you about Krupnik. It's made with honey, it's moderately alcoholic, and it tastes really good. In 2014, I was at a 12th night celebration down in West Virginia, and I had an hour-long conversation with a total stranger about Krupnik. And at the end of an hour, not only did I know way more about Krupnik, but I wanted to know even more. And that, my friends, is franchise. When I sat my own vigil, I was told, as a sycamore, you do. As a flare, you teach. But as a laurel, you make others want to do. You lead. You raise them up to your level and beyond by the example you set, by the knowledge you impart, and by the deep, deep, deep dive of research. Down to the very Earth's core sometimes. Gas, when I picked up this bottle of Krupnik, it was my intention to open it on the day of my knighting ceremony. As you are well aware, that day will probably never come. So I've been saving it for a special occasion. And this seems about as special as I can get. If you would hold those for me. I'm going to open this bottle that's been sealed since 1984 and drink a shot. Maybe. I do need it. Got it. I'm going to drink a shot with my brother, my friend, and my peer. Because it seems appropriate to do so. Is gentle to you, and I thank you for bringing him into my order.
Is there a representative of the Noble Order of the Chivalry to speak for this gentle?
There is. Majesties, Highness, Excellencies, for those who don't know me, I am Sir Beatrix Krieger. I represent the Order of Chivalry today to speak for cats. I would speak normally on how one is able to do their skill set and make themselves known through their prowess. But prowess is not done through just beating each other up on the field with a blade or with a rattan sword. It is also done through dedication. Dedication is hours spent driving to an event to spend 5 minutes on the field and losing and stewing then pickups in the parking lot. But that is not what it means to be dedicated. Dedicated is doing hours of work before you get to the field. It is the research, it is the work, it is the write-up, it is also driving to the event and going, oh God, I hope this is right. And it's also putting in the time and the means to take away from the field or away from the computer or away from your books to do the work that is necessary for others. And that, to me, is more important than just the actual work or dedication on one's skill set. It's not just the hours spent honing your own skill set. It is getting away from your own skill set and trying something new and then building other people up to do better. For me, that is pure life. To me, that is what prowess is in many ways beyond just skill set with a blade or with a rattan sword. For me, it is done with books, it is done with the sewing needle, it is done with service, and that, I will say, you have in spades. And Cass is a representative that I would say I want to be like when I grow up. You're my peer, and I hope one day to be worthy of it.
Is there a master of defense who would speak for this gentle? Master of defense!
Hello, I am Eleanor de Bettigray, Premier Master of Defense of Aethelmearc, and Premier of the West, and Petite Delegate Flower of Aethelmearc. So, of course, Alan Wilkes steals franchise, and then we've got the Knights taking prowess. So, what do I got? Stewardship. That's what I want to talk about. The London Masters of Defense gave us a list of things that we can talk about, and the one I want to talk to you today about is tax. Otherwise, I would be talking about how we would argue about whether or not tacos are period or not for a couple of hours. I love Cass. I love Cass so much because every single conversation he and I have is about how to make the SCA better. His stewardship has brought up a community. A whole bunch of back there. Every single conversation I have, every single thing is about how do we make the SCA better. Even last night at his vigil, we were talking about a problem and how to make it better for a person within the SCA, and that is Cass. Cass, you love here, you love the society, you love Aethelmearc, you love this community, you work so hard for it, and for that, my dear friend, I love you, and I can't tell you how much it makes me happy to say this, but it is not that I am not your peer, it is that I hope someday to be yours. So thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you so much for making the SCA better, and thank you so much for allowing me to talk to you this day. I love you so much.
Is there a member of the most noble order of the Pelican to speak for his lordship?
Aye. I am Hilda de Kugelman, Mistress of the Order of the Pelican. I am honored to speak for this gentle. Aethelmearc serves. Yes, for the Brewers Guild, but also as event steward, retainer, and board. But that is not what makes his service remarkable. It is the way that he serves. It is not simply his enthusiasm, although there is plenty of it. It is not merely diligence and dedication, although there is plenty of that too. Aethelmearc serves with joy and love, and welcomes all to join with him and join them. In doing so, they find their own joy in their own passion. And just like with brewing, he takes many parts. and pulls them into something greater. In fact, these are my words, but these are also the words of about half dozen of your friends. I crowdsourced this. He pulls them into something greater with welcoming inclusiveness, the spirit of discovery, and above all, joy. He is my peer.
Is there a true Aethelmearc and royal peer to speak for this gentle?
Your Majesties, Your Highness, Your Excellencies, with your permission, I will speak for Cass. Among the many jobs of the royalty, the royal peers, and bestowed peers is the responsibility to see recognition given to those who make this kingdom exist. Cass has served as the clerk of one of your orders. He has written deserving people in for awards, and he has spoken for them in order meetings. He is retained for royalty, and he has helped set up their camps so they might spend their time serving the people of Aethelmearc and recognizing their good deeds. He has already displayed the ability to advise the crown about the skills of other artisans, and he has shown that he can mentor other artisans. He is already doing the work of a peer, and it is well that you would recognize him for this work at this time.
Is there a member of the most noble order of the laurel to speak for him?
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, if I may. So we met a long time ago in a dominion far, far away in our boozemobile. Because even then, we had trouble finding websites. And we found a loophole. We actually can drink on public roads. So we got our camper, parked the camper on the street, and judged in there, within 2 yards from the back door of the event. It works. Not ideal, but it works. It worked. But then this person comes and ups the ante, and instead of coming up with the boozemobile, they come up with the paperwork to actually get a one-day liquor license, so we don't even have to go out the back door. I didn't even know that was possible, and that's Cass. Absolutely. He is our royal crookneck maker for a reign. The fearless Spencer has a magnificent Magnifica wife. Garb so awesome that it looks like he stepped right into the painting, as we can see online. But then, because Crookneck is infusion, it's not actually brewing. And I'm like, hey, brewing laurel here. Can I have that? So he started brewing for real, starting with mead. And he taught himself by watching a moving picture online by a person who will not be named, and went from there. Now not only teaching others to make crookneck, but he's making these fantastic handouts, one-page instructions, so everyone can do the same as they do, spreading the joy of crookneck and mead throughout our kingdom. Not just mead, but period mead. It's fantastic. Though more impressively, he got people to actually really, he was able to teach people that murky medieval meads can also taste fantastic. Because that's been a bit of a thingy that has held brewers back. It's not clear what will be good. No. And there's no better feeling than being surpassed by your own apprentice. You are way more to be than just my peer. Thank you.
Your Majesties, having heard these testimonials, do you deem it right and proper that we continue?
Every fight.
Their Majesties would be attended by those members of the most noble order of the Laurel here present.
Right. It's $1 trillion.
Good order, you concur. Is there a personal medallion to show this man's new station?
The face there.
Not enough. Is there a family medallion?
There is.
There is indeed a family medallion.
Is there a cloak that all may see him coming and going?
There is.
Yeah.
Is there a hat suitably becrowned with laurel leaves?
There is. This hat was made by the Honorable Lady Ronvig with the brooch from His Excellency Snorri, and the feathers are from Lord Ronan O'Connell.
Sweet.
Aethelmearc, having been clad in the trappings of your new station, their Majesties would hear your oath of fealty.
On this obliging event, acclaimed by the Order of the Laurel and selected by Murdoch and Riona, I swear on the sword of Aethelmearc to uphold the laws set forth by our society, to build bridges and pave the way for others, so that the road might be easier, to build and maintain a kingdom as a man of the crown of Aethelmearc, and that any who seek support or aid will receive it from me without fear or favor, and to render my service to this community for as long as I am able. So swear I, Casimir Zeleny, to Strasna Scala.
This is a straw vote. and we have no doubt of it.
as if we knew nothing about you before. The smiles on the faces of those who've been your peer and the words that came. You will lead security here. In our council, trades of rise, Casimir, master of
A recipe to make a laurel. Take 1 gallon of fine inquiry, and to that 4 gallons of research, and heat that till it be ready. Then set them over the fire of competition, and let them boil and ever scum as long as any filth riseth thereon. And then take this down off the fire, and let it cook in another vessel of teaching, till it be cold as milk when it cometh from the cow. Then take the dregs of the finest mentors, or else advise and cast it into the mixture, and still all well together. But first look before thou enterest a championship. Then let it stand 1 night or 2, and then dry it for it, while cooking vast quantities of meat for a feast, and serve it forth. We Murdoch and Riona, sovereigns of Sylvan Aethelmearc, joyfully respond to the collective cry of our assembled community of artists, scientists, and especially those chosen as masters of those crafts to bestow with these letters patent arms, her pale sable and birch, a ribbon cross argent, and the title of Magister, upon the good Casimir Zelenizi Vesna Scala. We do this on the 18th day of May, in full view of the society, at war practice, that all may know of his knowledge, no matter how far he travels in pursuit of his studies. AS 59.
Scroll is by the Honorable Lord Owen Teg, with calligraphy and wording by Poznitsa Saritsa Sabochikovna. For Magister Casimir Zelenis Strasna Scala, newest companion of the most noble order of the laurel.
Vivas! Vivas! Vivas!
Before you take the order, we have one small piece of business today. There was a brewing competition today.
Behold the Aethel mug. Some would call this the mug of state. There was a brewing competition and beverage tasting. There are many things to encourage new brewers in the brewer's tent. Please stop by and take them home if you have interest or need in ingredients and equipment, etc. Thank you to the many of the populace who stopped by to vote. Magister Casimir won the populace vote.
Today, we, Murdoch and Riona, King and Queen of Sylvan Aethelmearc, do name them Kingdom Brewing Champions. Dr. Alice is 59 at war practice. Scroll is by the Honorable Lady Gwen Cook.
What a
Now, you may greet your order, but up first.
Their Majesties invite into their presence His Grace Duke Maynard von dem Stein.
Could have planned that better. Sorry about that, Your Grace. Your Grace, we've known each other for many, many years. You have been a ghost of mine. You've been my king. You've been a hero. You've been an example of what a knight should be. A knight is supposed to serve. You don't get rewarded for that. That's just part of what we do. You go above that. Because you don't do, look at me. Your quiet service, your exchequer, marshal, your voice of reason, your sometimes very, very irritating, calm voice of logic. We would be remiss sitting in these thrones if we didn't do this.
Their Majesties invite into their presence the most noble Order of the Pelican.
On to Maynard von dem Stein, to we, Murdoch and Riona, King and Queen of Aethelmearc, greet and welcome you. We have observed and been informed by our flock of little birds that you have been leading and training our warriors and soldiers in the defense of our borders and keeping the local treasury safe and organized. Your example shines brightly in our eyes, and we wish to acknowledge your many years of dedicated service with induction into our most noble order of the Pelican. We would hear your answer at a mutually agreed upon time and place. Document by Sophie Davenport, inspired by Arau Argauer Kantonsbibliothek.
Your Grace, we said before, there's a right answer here.
For His Grace Duke Maynard, as he goes forth to contemplate induction into the most noble Order of the Pelican.
Take him away. Slowly, we're hurting.
Yes, I like this teacher.
I like this teacher. We can work. We're letting this go. He said we can go. He said we can go. He said we can go.
Her Majesty wishes to be attended by
delightful things I get to do every quarter is name my inspiration. Oh. And when we first joined the SCA, almost 30 years ago, you taught us so many things. You taught us how to be partners in the kitchen. You taught us how to raise a child in the SCA, particularly in the kitchen, in a high chair or in a backpack, and putting them to work when possible. You have taught us the important rules of cooking a feast. It can look funny, it can taste funny, it can't do both.
Count fish as a vegetable.
And those lessons have stayed with us and been a continued inspiration. So I'd like to give you these. These are turtles that were made for us with symbols of us, the lion and the arrows. And know that you are consistently an inspiration all these years later.
Everything I watched here today tells me that what we're trying to do, we can succeed. Thank you for this. But your actions over the whole time, this is the symbol. The actions and the reality behind the scenes.
You helped to start this.
This was so fortuitous. Take this. 2 weeks ago, I thought it was going to Louisville for basically for a 50 BMG show. I am so glad the guy got sick. It's terrible to say. I'm so glad the guy got sick. Thank you.
For the long-standing bonds of fellowship and friendship of Aethelmearc Kettleson and Rowan Ashbrook, inspiration to their majesties.
Vivas! Vivas! Vivas!
Their majesties would wish to thank all scribes and wordsmiths who contributed to today's court and invite them to step forward for a little prize. Goodie bag.
You must start to slow down about me. Appreciate your patience. Thank you so much for joining us today in court. 2 more things. Number 1, today is Angelino the Bookmaker's birthday. It's also Dorinda's birthday.
And Dorinda!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
There is a lot more war practice to enjoy. Thank you for joining us today. We hope next week in Endless Hills we have a Melee Madness event where our Kingdom Heavy Weapons champion will be chosen. There's also the BMDL 50-year celebration as well. Something to happen on either side of the kingdom. So hooray for that.
swordsmiths and the beauty they bring to our courts.
Because!
There being no further business at this time, this court of their majesties is closed. All rise. Oh, sorry. Good rightful verdict. Come on, niggas.
Yeah, we're just gonna go. We're
friendly. We only like Da, 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 da.
Actually, there are cupcakes. I got cupcakes. Ah!
Sure.
I definitely
Because